when we reach out to other entrepreneurs, it really isn't even about like teaching them something and talking at them. What we're really doing is trying to show them that we're a resource. So once you leave here, good. I hope there was takeaway. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a great experience. I hope you learned something. But in 6 months down the road, at night when you can't sleep and you're terrified, at least you know tomorrow morning, like there's an email address, there's a phone number. I have a friend in this business that I can reach out to.
Hey, it's Nick Armstrong, and this is the Founded in FoCo podcast. Each episode, we get to talk with an amazing business owner in our community and learn about what inspires them, what motivates them, and what they are working on. And today, I am here with Gina from Little Teepee Party. Gina, tell us about your business.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Nick. Thank you so much for having me on today. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to working with you on the FoCo seminar coming up here in March. So thank you for having me on today. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So we have been business owners in Northern Colorado for over a decade now in the event space, mostly in alcohol concessionaries for the city of Fort Collins. But I actually am a new mom. So I had my son in August of last year. And as soon as we had him, I thought, oh my gosh, we're a family business. Like we have to include the most important member of the family. So we really wanted to kind of focus on something that was a little more family friendly. Thus, we had this cute idea for these little slumber parties that are really personalized and special for kids. So the name of our new company is Lil Teepee Party. And it's right here in Fort Collins, but we do work regionally. So all the way up to Cheyenne, even Laramie, and all the way down through Denver. Basically how it works, you just hop onto our website, take a look at these adorable little themes, give us a date that you want to book, and we'll come out the day of your child's slumber party, set up all the cute little teepees, air mattress, fun decor, really make it special for them. Everything comes with a little gift for each of the kids, and it's really specialized and personalized to make sure that every kid feels like, wow, this is such a fun party. And then you have your slumber party, and the next morning we come and clean everything up. So pretty easy on the parents. It's kind of a one-stop shop for making it special and fun. But yeah, we started January 1, so booking like crazy. But yeah, we're really excited about 2023. I'm a serial entrepreneur, so this is always like the fun part where you're like nervous and excited and super busy. So yeah, we're off to a great 2023 already.
Well, congratulations on the birth of your son. And also, it's such an interesting thing that when, there are impending children coming, entrepreneurs tend to have this like fit of digital nesting or whatever else you want to call it. And we start up businesses and do things right before the kiddos come. In your case, you did it afterwards, and it's progressed into something as an inspiration for you. Tell me about what's the reception been so far?
Yeah. So first of all, you couldn't be more right. The second you started talking, I was like, yep, there it is. So every entrepreneur kind of understands that has had like a life change. You would think we would slow down, right? Like we'd be like, oh yeah, we have big changes coming. Like, hold up a second. Not the case. Like anytime something big has happened in our life, whether we've moved or, done something different, had a child, we're like, oh yeah, let's start another business. We have plenty of time for that. You got to be a little nuts to be a business owner. So here we are.
Accurate.
So yeah, totally get what you're saying. Yeah, we've had a pretty good response so far. So we really did roll out literally January 1. So we've gotten a lot of interest and some little bookings, kind of started to fill up the summer calendar just a little bit. But yeah, right now we're kind of in the word of mouth stage. So you definitely have time. Like I wouldn't say wait forever. If your kid's birthday is in August, like go ahead and give us a call. Like, let's kind of get the wheels spinning. Let's definitely get you penciled into the calendar. But yeah, there's plenty of room now. And I mean, we're a family-owned business, so I am never going to ruin your child's big day. You need something, you call us, we will make it happen. I mean, we have a staff of over 35 in Northern Colorado. They've all been with us for almost a decade. So, I mean, we have the team. I'll be there, or my dad will be there. We'll make sure that one of us are there, and we'll take care of you. So no worries there.
So black tie events primarily focused on things like weddings and big parties and things for the city. How did you apply those skills to making a little kid's birthday party, something super special? Because you don't have a massive venue, you probably don't have a huge budget, you don't have, catering and all this other crazy stuff that you have to bring in. What are the elements that you thought made for a special mix for a little kiddo's birthday party?
Oh man. So first of all, that's a fantastic question. I have been in the hospitality industry since I was in junior high school. I think I made my parents sign a slip that allowed me to work when I was way younger than I was allowed to work. So I've always been in the hospitality space, and I've just always felt like it's really more than just serving a glass of wine or celebrating, you know, a special occasion. I really feel special. I feel like these people have allowed us in to celebrate the biggest moments of their lives. And what I've kind of learned over the last 25 years is that it isn't about the big fancy things that you think it's about. We spend so much on weddings, and at the end of the day, like, it's about sharing in that moment. And it's about, in our part, making sure that those people feel like they're the most important people in the world. And I mean, we do that on a day-to-day basis, even in the bar scene. Like, as a bartender, that was my main objective, was to make sure that when you were in front of me, you felt like everything was going to be okay. And I had you. And I truly believe that that's what makes our industry special. And we really want to take that into the kids arena. Um, I think kids remember stuff. And I think that these are the milestones that build their character and build their self-esteem and really make them feel like they're unique and special. And I'm really excited to be a part of that. Like, I mean, being a new mom, my son has changed my life. And I, if you can do something for him, it's like you've done a million things for me. So we want to do that for kids.
What a great way to help bolster young self-esteem and creativity. Do the kiddos get a lot of input on how I mean, I would assume some of these are surprises, but do the kiddos, when they get to choose this, do they get a lot of input on what the theme looks like and what you mentioned earlier while we were offline about sewing, you became a major seamstress and building a lot of this stuff together. So a lot of your materials are custom made. Do you build a ton of custom stuff per theme?
So what makes it really cool is, yeah, we have about 6 themes right now that you can choose from. So, hey, you're a busy parent, you don't want to put the work in, totally understand. Pick a theme, you're good to go. They're all super cute. They all are fun and entertaining and great. But if you do want to put a little bit of the work in and your child loves something, we do custom parties. So if you say, hey, my son just loves some movie. Okay, great. Let's do that. Like you said, I'm becoming a one woman Martha Stewart. So last week we were building the teepee. So I'm out there with a saw, like, and trying to stain the stuff. And then I'm building like the actual teepee part with the material. So I'm like on my sewing machine that I've never used. My grandma bought it for me when I was like 18. All of a sudden now it's like taking off the dust, busting that thing out. So yeah, if you want to do something custom, that's where I really get excited. Let's do something custom. Like, we'll work with you. We just really want the look on that child's face when they walk in to feel like, oh my gosh, what is this?
What's been your biggest issue in your startup phase so far? You mentioned you picked up a lot of new skills. You mentioned that you're working on launching. You've got your test market. What's been your biggest issue so far?
Same old, just regular, like, small business startup problems, like time and money, like, that's where, and then fear, right? Like, maybe that's a thing that we don't talk about as much as maybe we could or should. There's a huge mental health side of entrepreneurship that we push past. So we kind of pretend like, hey, we're going to go out there and we're going to market our product and we're going to put ourselves out there and we're just going to have tough skin. And the truth is, like, it's hard to put yourself out there. Not everybody can do that. So luckily I have a great support system, a great family that's always there to kind of say, like, hey, today wasn't the best day, but the best news is you have tomorrow. So we're going to go at it again tomorrow. We're going to keep putting in the work and putting in the love and putting in the energy, and it'll be successful like we've been in the past, because we really want to be here. Like, we like doing what we're doing.
That's right. Entrepreneurs do have a higher incidence of mental health issues. And that's one of the reasons why we have Brain Crawl happening right at Founded in FoCo, March 2nd. And so you can come by and check it out. Awesome. Tell us about your talk at Founded in FoCo. Oh,
yes. So I am super excited. I when we started in Fort Collins, we actually started the Fort Collins Academy of Bartending. That was our original business here in Northern Colorado. And at the beginning, I used to teach all of those classes. So I was back behind the bar showing a brand new skill to someone that has never stepped foot, behind a bar in a restaurant, never worked in this industry. And I loved it. I loved to be a part of that, like buy-in and that excitement, and also try to protect them where I could. It feels good to feel like you're doing good out there. We might not be performing brain surgery, but we are helping in ways that we can. And we're building this community, which is super cool. So that's why I wanted to do Founded in FoCo. So super excited about that. The name of my session is Entrepreneurship. It's not just a career, it's a lifestyle. So we're going to kind of talk about, what it means to be an entrepreneur. We don't get to sneak into work at 8:15 and, sneak out of work at 4:45. Like our days do not look like that. But it surprises us with the kind of freedom that a lot of people don't get at their 9 to 5 jobs. I'm able to bring my son with me to work. I'm able to, check my phone when my grandma needs something. And all of that matters. Like we're building a life, but we're building it in a completely different way than the average worker is. So,
and the benefits are completely, different than what you would see. There's a lot of different risks too that come along with it. What is somebody going to get when they come to your talk? What are they going to walk away with? What's the one piece that you hope that they leave with?
so I really hope so that they know that they have a community here, so that when we reach out to other entrepreneurs, it really isn't even about like teaching them something and talking at them. What we're really doing is trying to show them that we're a resource. So once you leave here, good. I hope there was takeaway. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a great experience. I hope you learned something. But in 6 months down the road, at night when you can't sleep and you're terrified, at least tomorrow morning, like there's an email address, there's a phone number. I have a friend in this business that I can reach out to. I mean, how many times have we relied on that? You never realized it before, but once you're in the entrepreneurship world, it's like we rely on each other. And it's not for the stuff that everybody thinks it is. It's not for, hey, who's your accountant? I mean, yeah, we do that stuff, but it's really for like, hey, limes are $18 a lime all of a sudden because the cartel is like embargoing limes. What the heck am I going to do? Like, I'm scared. My business is going to shut down. So I just want them to know that they have a partner there. They are never alone and we're all in this together. We would not make it if we didn't have a community of other small business owners. So that's what I hope the takeaway is.
The limes thing was really far too specific to have been just a generic idea. That sounds like that was an actual story.
It's a thing. Yeah, I could tell you some stories. Yeah, some wild stuff happens in the food and beverage industry. So we've tackled a good portion of that stuff, and all with a smile on our face because people are coming in to have a good time. So we got to be chipper about it.
What is the single craziest issue that you dealt with as black tie events?
Ooh. So, we're pretty lucky. Like we're kind of a well-oiled machine. I've done this for such a long time that I know everything that's going to go wrong. So I pretty much have a plan B for everything. So we've been pretty fortunate. Worst thing to ever happen in the event space. This was back when I like lived and worked in Vegas. I worked at this really high-end wedding venue that only did private parties. And they had this huge, like multi-layer wedding cake. And they dropped the wedding cake. Not something you want to have happen. So we're scrambling. We're running to the nearest, King Supers to grab sheet cake and put it out on plates. Just mayhem. So, but I mean, that's the thing I've learned about life. Like, you cannot focus on the negative and focus on the surprises. Like, focus on the story. When you get through this, that's a really great, like, really funny story. And you shouldn't have spent so much on a cake anyway.
So. I think in Vegas, they have like 24-hour bakery, cupcakes galore, because you got to have something for the folks that get out of, Blue Man Group at 3 a.m. in the morning, right?
Yeah, that was definitely the advantage there. When I was really young, I was like a first-time food server going to UNLV. I was in college and I worked at PF Chang's. And I had this little girl who was celebrating her birthday at PF Chang's, and she couldn't have anything. Like, she was allergic to everything. Don't even know why they went to a restaurant. And I'm like, we have to do something. Like, what can we do? We have to make it special for her. So we were lucky we were in the Passage shops back when it was the Aladdin casino. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a Build-A-Bear like in this casino. So I booked it. Like I remember running through, I'm wearing like restaurant shoes, so they sound like you're 500 pounds. I'm like clicking through the passage shops and I ran down and I got a Build-A-Bear for this kid and ran back with this Build-A-Bear. And that's the kind of stuff that you can do in a big city, yes. But here, I mean, we don't have Build-A-Bear right in the neighborhood. That's why we have to rely on other entrepreneurs. You know, that's when you say, like, hey, I don't have this, but I can call this person, and this person will call that person, and we can do this together. So that networking and that community is super important.
We're so proud that you're part of Founded in FoCo because of this and that networking opportunity that you're going to bring out for a lot of entrepreneurs who need that support network and are here for the first time, need connections to somebody who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and new mom especially. That's so many different hats that you're able to share with the community and how to do it well. So thank you for being part of our event.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me. I am super excited. So when I can find 15 minutes here, I'm gonna get my head right and I'll start getting a plan together for exactly what we're gonna teach. So thanks for asking about it today. Then I had to kind of just make some stuff up, right? Because I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about what we're gonna do exactly. So
it's going to be fun.
We will make it fun.
On the spot talks are always great. And with your level of experience in entrepreneurship, folks will take all of the different knowledge away that they can. It's going to be amazing. Where can we find out more about you and your business?
Oh yeah, so check us out. We're www.lilteepeeparty. I'll spell it. It's LILTEEPEE party, PARTY. So that's our website, or you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Little TP Party. We're trying to get ourselves out there, social media world too. So you should be able to find us.
And it's really cool to take a look at some of the pictures that come out of it. I'm looking forward to hearing some of the experiential stories that come out of this as you learn more about the event. And maybe next time on the podcast, we'll hear some more of those disaster to awesome storytelling scenarios. So,
there's going to be plenty. I can tell you with my experience with that sewing machine already, there's going to be a lot of disasters to really fun memories. So yeah, let's stay in touch for sure.
DIY disasters are the best. What are you using to learn your sewing and your masonry skills now?
Well, it's a really healthy combination of YouTube, my sweet 85-year-old grandmother, like quietly helping me and being sweet, and my dad hovering over me telling me I'm not doing it correctly. So it's good, we're a family business, like I said, like everybody's involved, everybody's putting in their 2 cents, it's chaotic. So, but it's fun. I mean, that's why I like this so much. It gives me the freedom to kind of do that. I mean, who gets to hang out with their grandma when they're at work? Like,
that's right.
That's pretty cool.
Don't let the baby handle the table saw until 18 months. That's the one piece of advice.
But once he learns it at 18 months, he's getting a job.
There you go.
There you go. Get that kid working. Got to learn the value of a dollar.
Gina, thank you so much for being with us. And for more great entrepreneurial advice, join us again at foundedinfoco.com and listen to more great episodes on the podcast. You can learn more amazing things from all of our entrepreneurs in our network. We'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Nick Armstrong, and this is a Founded in FoCo podcast. For more great interviews like this one, join us at foundedinfoco.com.